that you guys understand this. And it's not so hard to understand, it's just 5 slides. Please make sure that when your new partners are coming in, you're teaching them. You don't need to wait until a meeting like this one or until Saturday to go over this. Whenever someone comes into your business, it's good to just go through the slides because it's pretty simple. So every business has some fundamentals, every business has a system that people follow. So I want you guys to start thinking McDonald's, Burger King, Subway, franchises, right? There's a system to running them. They might tweak it here and there a little bit depending on the country. KFC in Africa is tweaked a little bit, you know, McDonald's might be tweaked in the Caribbean, and where it was tweaked a little bit, the fried chicken. So it might just be a little tweak, but it's, for the most part, it's the same, okay, because it's a system. And that's what guarantees success. So in World Global Network, we have a fundamentals training and a systems training. So when people come in, if you plug them into this system, they'll know what they need to do next. Okay. The challenge that we're going to run into as we start to grow and build is that you guys are going to forget this, and then your new partners that are going to come in are going to try to do it by themselves. And many of them are going to get very confused, and confused people do what? Nothing. They really do nothing. So for you it might be easy, but for the newer person it's a must. That's why every time I come, after the presentation, I do this. And eventually all of you are going to get it, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of you around here doing a presentation and a training after that. That's when we begin to grow exponentially. Are you guys with me? Okay, so the first thing, fundamentals, there's some skills that you need to master as you're building your business. The very first thing is your why. You always have to have a reason why you're doing stuff. I know that most people just do stuff, but the people who succeed at anything are people who understand why they're doing the thing, right? I just explained to you guys why I put all of my businesses on hold to build this. You see, that's why I can be as consistent as I've been in the last year and 2 months, and why I'm going to be consistent for the next 2 to 3 years, because I know why I'm doing it. So the question for all of you is, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to get your brother involved? Why do you want to get involved yourself? What are you looking for? And that's a big question to know for yourself. There you go. That's a big question.
Right.
How much a month?
1 million.
Let's start with 100,000.
Okay, fine. So how many of you noticed what she just did?
Write it.
What did you first say?
1 million.
And then what did you say?
Let's start with 100,000.
Then she jumped down.
Okay.
Drop down.
That's what people do every single day. I'm guilty of it too.
Here.
All of us do it every single
Let's get down
day
to 1 million, right?
Yes.
of our lives. And I just told you that confused people do what? Nothing. A double-minded man is confused in all his ways.
Yeah.
So if you send out the 1 million signal to the universe, and then you say, no, wait, let's start with 100, the universe gets confused and does nothing. Because it's waiting for you to tell it exactly what you want.
$1 million in the universe.
So I want you guys to be
$1 million
very,
in the universe.
I want you guys to be very, very definite about what you want.
Task.
Okay? I want you to be very, very, very definite about what you want this business to do for you. So that's where the why question comes in. Why do you want to do it? Why do you want to do this? I don't want you guys to keep coming here every time I show up just so we can sit.
Oh no.
No.
Right? The next time I come here, I expect this room to be full.
Oh yes.
But because you guys have not yet understood why you're doing it, that's why it's not full. But once you guys know why, you're going to start doing the business when I'm not here. Because if I go for a whole month, there's no reasonable justification why all of you have not signed up at least 3 people in a month. And because if you signed 3 people, they would be here. So I know you haven't. I don't need to ask you if you did. You did not. So why are you doing this business? That's the first thing. And when you understand your why, know that you have to ask your partners who come in why they're doing this business. I'll give you an example. If she wants to make $1 million a month, right? And you come in and you tell me you want to make $100,000 a month. the amount of work and effort that I expect from her is not the same amount of energy and effort and work that I expect from you. Because you want 100,000 and she wants 1 million. So naturally, she should be putting in 10 times more effort than you are. I should be driving her 10 times harder than I'm driving you. Because all you want is 100. And what she wants is 1 million. So you got to know the people that are going to come into your team, because you're going to have people that you start to work with directly now, and then they're going to have their people and their people and their people. But for this initial group of people, you need to know what they want, so you know how hard to drive them. Do you guys get that? So why do you want to do the business? Next thing is, now that you know, if you want to build a business that's $1 million, your working capital should be way bigger than she who wants to build a business of $100,000, or than him who wants to build a business of $10,000, or like him who wants to build a business of $50,000. So your list is your working capital. And the names list cannot be in your phone or in your mind. You have to have a notebook, a notepad, where you jot down the names of the people that you intend to follow through with. So as you're sitting here today, people are already jumping in your mind, the people that you want to bring into the business and stuff like that. You should have your notepad, and you should have all of their names there. When I started, I had a yellow legal pad where I wrote down all the names of the key people. I started with the sharpest people in my contacts. The people who I thought had influence, the people whom I thought had personality, they had power, they wanted more. Those were the people I started off with, okay? Not just anybody. So if you started off with just a list of 20, 50 people, it's easier for you to keep track and to be more organized as you build your business.
I'm sorry, maybe I should have waited until you're finished, because the question doesn't really have to do with now. Okay. I was wondering what brought you to Seattle. Well, who in Seattle brought you here that you studied?
Marion, my friend Marion used to live here, my sister, cousin. She used to live here in Seattle for 7 years, and then she moved to Chicago. So she started, and through her, they started Chicago Market with Nobel, and then after that Glenn, and then we have other partners. They just told you about their president, Wes, my friend in Houston. Like, they came in through Wes. Amy came in through another president that are no longer even here, so that's how she came in. So I came because Marion got started, and Marion signed up Nobel and Glenn, and then after the meeting, when we came here with Marion, Ben and Mom, and then came in. Okay. So that's how it starts. Okay. So really, Marion and Glenn and Nobel started off this area because they rented the space. They're like, let's do a meeting to start this business going. Okay. You see? Right, so that's how it starts. So you always follow one person. Sometimes you can follow one person and it blows up right away. Right. Sometimes you might need to prime the pump for like 3 months. This is the 3rd month that we're doing the meeting. So more people would have heard about it, and it's expected to keep growing. Okay, nice. That's how it happens. So you gotta have your names list. Now, be organized. Next thing is, when you get on that list, now that you have your list, you gotta learn how to invite people to the opportunity. It's not gonna grow. You're not gonna make 100,000 or $1 million if you're not constantly inviting people to the opportunity. I'm going to say it again. This room is not full because you guys are not constantly inviting people to the opportunity. And what do I mean by that? You don't have to wait for me to come to invite them to come here. You have to go to them. It's what you do between meetings that's going to determine how full the room is going to be. So just because someone is coming from out of town doesn't mean everyone that you invite will come out. It doesn't work that way. So in between, you have to go to people and show them the 3-minute video. You have to go to people and show them the Today Show video. I use those two in particular because it's a lot of documentation and credibility. Are you guys with me? So you got to get good at inviting people. It's a fundamental skill set that you need to have in network marketing to build a home-based business.
Sorry. Do you show them the video before you invite them, or do you say you need to come in and see this? Because Ben showed me, told me about the 2-minute video.
Yes, right.
And then tell them to come.
Yes. So you send them the now that video is 3 minutes. They've made it even shorter and nicer in 3 minutes. It's very, very good. So you send them a 3-minute video. So what I can say to you is, guess what? There's a huge opportunity that's going on right now. I need you to see this 3-minute video. That's all.
I have a question about maybe when you approach it, having a conversation with a stranger. You want to introduce them to them, you're excited and tell them.
Yeah.
Or you go to a company, you go to your cardiology office. They don't really know you. You can't say, well, give me your number and I want to show you the 3-minute video. So you just tell them to go to YouTube. I mean, that's kind of like...
First things first is so the first step in building in network marketing is from your warm market. Meaning people you know, people who are your friends. You have at least 100 numbers on your phone. That's where you start. The average person knows at least 1,000 people from school, from college, your hairdresser, school, children, church, all of that. So you start from there. Now, the next step is to talk to people you don't know. So doctors, what you're talking about.
Well, I had an opportunity to do that, so I wanted to show
Yes.
them the flyer and invite
When
them.
did you have the opportunity to do that?
When I went to the cardiology office.
Okay, so depending on your relationship with them, you're going to talk to them. Why are you talking to a cardiologist? If I'm talking to a cardiologist, I need to know what a cardiologist does. And I would know that a cardiologist checks people's hearts. And my rational assumption would be they do EKGs all the time. And they want to know about blood pressure. So I would say, hey doc, guess what? I have a medical monitoring device here that can perform an EKG and also monitor patients' blood pressure. Would you like to know more about it? It's really simple. Don't overthink it.
And then have a card or something for them to refer to?
Yeah, send them. If I'm in your office, I'm showing you my device.
Yeah.
I'm showing you on my phone how it works. I don't need to go send you a card or anything.
No,
so I'm
give
doing
them
a
a
demo
card
for
too.
you right there. Now after that point, now you can give them information,
Yes.
a pick card that would have information about what we do. Okay. Now there's I know that there's a guy that sells some pick tools. I can't remember exactly what the website is. You can order cards from there too. If you look at your back office, I think there's information about door hangers and stuff like that.
Print.
Hold on.
Print.
and marketing?
Yeah, something like that. So you can print or you can design yours and get the information there and share it with them.
Easy print.
Or you can just send them to the company's
She
website.
already has her cards.
Okay, so now if you have your card, then you can give it to them and ask them to go.
I did that, yeah.
Right, so now they can go to your website and see what it is. But I would, if I'm in front of them, I would try to do a demo and tell them how it works. So I've already generated the excitement and I've told them what it is. You see what I mean? Yeah. Now your website, mostly people are going to go sign up, but I think I would send them maybe to the company's website because it breaks down more information. Okay. Now if you're talking to a total stranger, because many of you are going to have to talk to strangers as you keep building your business. The key thing to remember when you're talking to strangers is that you're not going to get their number necessarily right away. The key thing to remember is how to build relationships with people. So don't be in a hurry when you're talking to strangers. Get to know them first, and then the opportunity for you to present the business to them will show up.
I guess the reason why I asked the first question was because I already went through my list of people that, you know, in the first couple of weeks I was trying to get interest in it to have them come to the next meeting. And when I went through that list, so instead of going back to them, that's when I started approaching companies, offices, businesses, people I just meet, things like that. Because I thought that was the next step.
Yeah, that's a good step. You can do that too. That's a great step because our product is so valuable. You can pretty much go anywhere with it. Trade shows, health fairs, you know what I mean? There's several opportunities for you to show them.
There's only one person that I've met, one individual who has heard of Vikino so far. Nobody else I've talked to has. So it's so fresh and brand new.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. So when you're talking to people, my goal is when you're talking to your list, my goal is to get them to watch that 3-minute video.
Most people have responded to me.
What do
they,
they say?
They say thank you. They feel enlightened. They didn't know about it.
I'm not sending you to enlighten you.
I'm
I'm sending you for you to purchase a Hilo or to start a business for yourself. So I'm going to ask you, what do you think is the follow-up after that? So when you're sending it to people, are you sending it to them just as information, or you're sending it with a sense of urgency? Because how you invite people to the opportunity makes a difference. If you're just sending it for me to know, okay, it's good, it's just something to know.
No, I
But
was
if you're
sending
telling
it
me,
for, you know, for an invitation to join. Yes, but they took it as information, I think, and that's how
No,
the
so there's
feedback
something in the
that I
way you're
got.
doing it. How are you doing it? Tell me how you're doing it.
I contact them and I say, this is what I'm doing, and I would like you to have an opportunity, and I will send you the video, and tell me what you think. And I send it to them, and then they give me the feedback. Thank you. You know, and it doesn't seem to go any farther than that.
Okay,
What did you like best? Oh, me too.
No, it starts with the way you tell them, this is what I'm doing, and I would like to send it to you, so you tell me what you think. You're not inviting me.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I think, and that's it. There's no excitement in what you just said to me. There's no curiosity in what you just said to me. Here's a key thing for you to always remember. All of you need to remember this. People don't care about you. They care only about them. It's a human tendency. All of us are like that. That's how it's an innate thing in all of us. So when you're trying to talk to me, you need to know that I'm thinking, what's in this for me?
Right.
But you're showing me something that's in it for you. So when you're approaching someone, you're approaching it from the standpoint of there's something in this for you. And that thing almost always equates to money. So how are you telling me? You see what I mean? So I want you guys to think about it for a second. Like, how are you telling me? So if I'm telling you, listen, there's a huge opportunity that's unfolding right now. It's a wealth trend. I tell you, people are making crazy money in this, and we both can make some money. I'm going to send you a 3-minute video. Look at it and let me know what you think. That's different from, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to send you some information. Tell me what you think. It's just playing around with words. Because what I just said, I'm inviting you to join me. So I'm not sending you the information for you to think. I've never sent a video to anybody for them to think. I'm always saying it's an incredible opportunity to position yourself in front of a mega shift in wealth. It's an incredible opportunity to be ground floor with the next Google, the next Apple. It's an incredible opportunity for us to make some crazy money. Watch this. You see that? It's like I'm excited. I'm telling you. So I'm not just saying watch it and tell me, oh, it's a great band, blah 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 blah. No, I'm not. I know it is. So my goal of sending it to anybody is to get them to either buy one for themselves or join the opportunity.
So your focus should be on the company and joining and making the money, and not on the helo to begin with. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Both.
Well,
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's right.
Both, but more especially to join you in the business. They
Your
can
focus-
buy.
oh yes,
Your
I mean
focus should
that's
be the
where the
opportunity.
opportunity
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Because it's a great product.
If I don't go with the when I go with the opportunity, then they'll make themselves a customer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your focus 100% should be opportunity. I don't sell the hero. What am I selling heroes for? I'm not selling hero. I didn't
Okay,
come here to
like,
sell the
just
hero.
go buy the
I'm
hero.
selling opportunity. Everybody you know needs an extra $500 a month. Everyone you know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Your friends are like my friends.
Yeah.
Your family is like my family. We all need an extra $1,000. So I'm selling the opportunity. I'm not selling the hero at all.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, I do, definitely.
At all, you're not. Because if you keep going with the hero, well, somebody might tell you I don't need it because I'm talking about features.
Yeah,
But no-
I'll go buy an app.
Yes, on my phone. I'm good. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to show you how to become the app store. Or I'm going to go buy a cheaper one. I'm trying to show you how to get money from that technology. So 1,000%, your only focus should be opportunity, and then they could make themselves a customer, which is win-win for both of us.
Yeah.
You see, that's it. So tweak it around, and that's what it is. So that's how. So you see, that's a good thing when we're talking about invite, because you've had a problem inviting people to the opportunity. That's usually where it breaks down right here.
Yeah.
It's where most people would come up with a good why. They'll actually think about their list, but this is where it starts to break down because people don't know how to ask people to join the
And
opportunity.
then that you get discouraged.
Yes, then you get discouraged. And it has nothing to do with those people. It's how you ask them. It's how you invite them to the opportunity. That makes
Which
all the
goes back
difference.
to your why.
No, it just
Right?
has everything to do with how you invite them to the opportunity.
Like you said, tweaking the words.
Yes, tweaking your words.
Yeah.
It's just tweaking your words. So you need to be bold
That's what I
when
was
you're
thinking.
asking them. So don't be afraid. Like most people, because see, most people quote unquote don't like to sell. So you feel funny when you're asking people to join an opportunity. So it's there subconsciously for most people. So when you go to invite somebody, that subconscious thing shows up. Because you're not confident, you're not bold, you're not certain, you're not congruent about what you're offering. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to become more congruent, more assertive, more confident about the fact that if I introduce this to you, you're going to make money. I don't have any doubts that for those of you who follow what I teach, we're going to make money together. I don't have any doubts that I'm going to make money. I don't. I really don't. It's just a matter of when. You see what I mean? So if I'm 1,000% certain, then I'm going to attract the people that are vibrating where I am. But 1% doubt and you're out. All you need is 1% doubt and you're out. Right?
Do you guys have competitors already with the watch? Are there competitors doing the same thing that you do?
Are you talking in network marketing or are they wearable devices?
Yeah, in network marketing.
No,
What are the
this is the only
competitors
company in network marketing that's doing
doing?
wearables.
That is doing
The
this.
only company in network marketing. That's another ground floor because people that are interested in starting a home-based business, they don't have a choice of another company that's doing this, right? But in terms of the wearable technology, there are gazillion companies.
There are gazillion
that have-
them.
that
I'm just
have
talking
wearables.
about this
No,
one.
it's just in network marketing. That's one of the biggest advantages that we have.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest in our space. We're the only ones that's doing this. That's why we say we're in a category by ourselves in network marketing. There's no other company. So we have the head start. You see that? And the fact that we've taken the head start in a revolutionary
Whatever
thing,
company
even
has
if another company comes next year or in 2 years,
behind us.
they're way behind us. We already have that presence, which is a big deal for all of us.
So
And they have to still learn all of their own mistakes, make all the mistakes that they have to make and stuff like that.
with wearable devices, do you have any other company that are not in network that designs the work
Wearable?
that does what this
There are
does?
gazillion companies out there
That does
do
what this
wearables.
does. That does what
no,
this
they-
does.
No,
No,
they
I
don't
know
do,
that.
No, they don't do exactly what this
Okay,
does.
okay. I
Yes,
know that's
that's the beauty about this.
Okay.
And actually, for right now, Fabio said he's very okay with people comparing him with Fitbits and all the other ones because people don't know where he's going with this. But by next year, they'll know because there'll be none. The fact that he has this open API platform where developers can build all kinds of apps and put there to integrate with the Hilo, it's a whole different ballgame. So what you guys are looking at now, eventually just having this, you'll be able to do everything else with your phone. Just like you have an iPhone or a Samsung, you can do Microsoft PowerPoints, you can do Word, you can do games, you can do exercise, you can do whatever you want to do. That's what the Hilo is. That's where this is going to. Eventually, it's going to be an online, it's going to be everything eventually, I promise you,
Oh,
because
I
of the
see.
open API.
Right, exactly.
So
Yes.
for right now,
Yes.
he's okay with people comparing
Yes.
us with the Fitbits because that's all
Yes.
they know. But where he's taking this,
Yes.
I wish I had a picture of the slide that we had in that locker room
It's not
meeting
there.
to show you where
Right.
he's going with this. It's
Oh
like
my God.
mind-boggling
Exactly.
where Fabio is going with this. Like when he showed us the roadmap, I mean, I was sitting in Punta Cana like
Got it.
every last one of us in that room was like, did you see that?
Yeah.
I remember specifically, I think it was me and Wes. It was me and Wes actually. I was like, Wes, I don't need him to get everything on that slide right.
Yeah.
I just need him to get 4 things on that slide right and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Forget about all the other things he's showing you all of. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, fine, you just get 4
Yeah.
and I'm good. And that's how all of us were feeling. That when he put that roadmap,
Right.
so that whole idea, you guys have heard of the WGN 2.0,
Yes.
it's astronomical. Unfortunately, I guess he's only going to do that same training again in Singapore. The next convention is in July in Singapore. For those of you who can make it, go. Because it's going to be humongous. Once he paints that vision, you're like, people
Yeah.
don't have a clue
Right.
where this little thing is going.
And it's not just what it is, like you're saying, it's not just what you see it is.
Yes,
it's gonna be greater than what you see. So what you see it's not, it will be. So
What you guys are saying right now,
wow.
really, knowing what I know from that advisory board meeting, what you're saying right now is 1%
Yeah.
of what World Global, what the hilo is. It's 1%.
Yes.
I promise you, it's 1%. Here's the other thing. You don't want to wait until they launch the sugar trends before you start to build.
Yes.
You want to get a team going, because the day they launch the sugar trends, if you have a lot of people, there's explosion for you. You guys get that?
Let's go.
So the next fundamental that you all need to know is how to present. Eventually, you're going to have to present the business for your team.
Yes.
That's why I said to you, it's good to come to events like this over and over and over again, because every time you come, the knowledge goes deeper and deeper and deeper, to a point where you can start to present confidently by yourself. So a fundamental skill in network marketing is to learn how to present. And then last fundamental is you gotta get incredible. And this is where most people, they'll do all 4 steps good and then just mess up this last one. Follow up. Follow up, follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. Follow up, follow up, follow up. I promise you. This is where most people will drop the ball. You do all of this well, but you stop following up. Next thing, the people that you talk to, you start seeing them showing up in other people's business. Why? Because you didn't follow up. Stuff, yes, here's a rule to go by. Every 90 days, people go through a transition in their life. Every 90 days. So you just need to be able to keep following until you catch them in a transition where they're willing to look at what you have to offer.
Get you in a transition.
You guys get that? So it's the follow-up. When you send them a video, follow up. After a while, follow up again. Circle back to them and say, okay, let me show you what's been happening up so far. Just keep circling back. Eventually, they'll get it.
Wow.
So those are the fundamentals that you need to know from now. So all 5, it might take you a year, it might take you 5 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years to get good at all of those. It's okay. Because once you master the fundamentals, it's the same across the board. Are you guys with me? In any company you go to. Now, every company has their system. And in World Global Network, our system is called the 557 system. Okay? You follow the 557 system and everything becomes easy. 5 steps, 5 ranks, 7 activities. That's really all.
Okay, that's what I'm missing.
5 steps, 5 ranks, 7 activities. That's what 557 stands for. So during the presentation, I already went through the 5 steps with you guys. First thing for you to take advantage is to join the opportunity. The best pack to come in with is a professional pack, or the builder's pack or the professional pack, right? Remember? Because you get more volume, and if everyone that's coming into your team is coming in from the builder's pack upwards, it's more volume, so you grow faster in the compensation plan. Yes.
That's why I have a question. So everyone else that is coming under you will come under that, but they have to pay that money to be under there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
They have to buy a package, personal, builders, or professional package.
But they have to buy into this. If that's what you bought. If I came
No,
in under
no,
builders.
anybody can buy whatever they want.
But what you said that people that are coming under you are coming under the builders.
No,
If I come under the builders,
no.
okay,
Anybody
could
can
you
come in.
clarify that?
Anybody can come in with any package that they want.
Okay.
But the assumption is that birds of the same feathers flock together. I come in at a builder's pack, all of my friends come in at a builder's pack. Otherwise, why am I wasting my time? That's me and my friends. You see what I mean? That's me and my friends. You guys get what I'm trying to say? My friends can afford to come in with a builder's pack or professional pack. Somebody who can only come in with $349, their friends are broke like them. They have, not broke, they have the same income bracket. For me, it's broke, but that's the same income bracket. Do you guys get it?
Yes.
So they can only afford $349.
Yeah.
Birds of the same feather flock together. Here's a rule so you guys know. I want you to think about the 5 people you talk to all the time. Your 5 good friends. The difference in your income is $100. That's how it works. There's no ifs, buts, question marks. It's just how it works. If you're nurses, most of your friends are around that same bracket. If you're nurse practitioners, they're around that bracket. If you're doctors, they're around that bracket. If they're pharmacists, you're around that bracket. My friends are all in the industry or entrepreneurs. I don't have any, I can't have a conversation with a nurse. What are we talking about? We can't compare notes or nothing.
Right. Right.
So you'll be my friend, but the top 5 people that I talk to on a daily basis are building. Because we're comparing notes. You see that? So if they're not in World Global Network, they're in another company and we're trying to compare notes about how we're moving our teams, or about a training event to go to, or about what book we're reading, or about some new idea that we can collaborate on. That's just how it works. So that's the assumption here. That now you get is the assumption that your friends will come in the same way that you came in. Your friends will even ask you, how did you come in? And whatever you do, that's what they'll do. You see that? Very rarely, let's say you come in with a personal pack and a friend of yours comes in with a builder's pack. It's very rare. It's only if you bring in someone that's above you, that's thinking differently.
Yeah.
You guys see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because you're the one that's going to go talk to them.
Yes.
I have another question.
Right.
How
So
did
that was clear now, right?
kind of. How detrimental is it to my business if I come in as a builders and my friend comes in
As a personal.
as a personal? How
Good.
detrimental
So
to
you-
my business?
It's not detrimental, you just earn only 10% commission. So you come in at the builder's pack.
Mm-hmm.
2 of us are your friends.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in at 349 and I come in at 349. You can only earn 10% volume from it as we start to build our teams.
Okay, how about if I have another person that came in like builders?
Now, if that person goes through your site and signs up and goes, even though it falls under him, now you're good to go.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, they want to see that you've personally brought in 500 sales volume to your left and 500 volume to your right for you to earn 20% commission.
Yeah.
You see that? Now, so
Not every time.
you just
one
need to
time.
have 500 sales volume to your left, personal, and 500 volume to your right, personal, for you to earn 20%. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are we on the same page?
Yeah, just one time. You don't have to do it every.
No, just one time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just one
whenever they see 500 sales volume here and 500 sales volume here, they bump you up. But instead of waiting until they see that,
Yes.
if you came in at a builder's pack, I came in at builders, he came in at builders,
Automatic.
right away, whatever we're
Automatic.
doing, you start to earn 20% commission
Automatic. Yeah.
automatically.
So if somebody
And
comes.
also, the other advantage for you guys to make people see why builder's pack is important, because it starts at 500 sales volume, right?
Oh,
As you're
wow.
advancing through the ranks, what they're looking for is volume on your left and right side every cycle.
So you've automatically done it.
So you get fast, you grow, you advance through the ranks faster if more people are coming in from the builder's pack upwards in your group. You see that?
So it doesn't take you down because they didn't come in where you came in.
No, you just earn less, but they don't get the 20%, you get the 10%.
Yes, you get it 10%.
Would I ever reverse based on how much sales you're making? Would the 10% be reversed to 20 at all, or does it stay there based on how, where they come in?
Yes, so eventually, right, when you personally, so personally means that people go through your website,
Mm-hmm.
right, and sign up.
Right,
So if you start and then we're the low people,
right,
the system still tracks the people that you're personally bringing in through your website.
right.
So when you look through your website, you might see that, oh, guess what, she's brought in 1, 2, 3 people that came in at 175, 175, 175, so this is 500 sales volume. Whenever this other side matches 500, then they bump you up to 20%.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you guys get it?
Got it.
So to go with personal packs, you just need to sell more.
You just need to sell more, personally sponsor more.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yes, yes.
Might take a little longer.
It might take a little longer,
Yeah.
yes.
But it's
Yes.
easier if right from the get-go, they get a
Right,
builder.
right.
Yes, it's easier to get a builder. It's
And I
done.
guess it would be hard, if you only buy a personal, it might be hard to talk to somebody and say, well, you should really get the builder because that's the way to build
Yes.
a business.
Well,
How did you build yours? Well, I only got the personal. You know, you're not
Yes.
really being,
you got to know who you're talking to.
what,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
there's
true.
people that can only afford
They
it
can,
and
they
that's
can
fine.
do higher.
Or they want to
Yeah,
jump
yeah,
in, they
but
have
you can
a
get-
better vision.
Yeah.
There might be something like that.
Yeah. So that's clear now, right?
Mhm.
So the 5 steps is starting with a builder's pack. You can start it with any pack, but that's a better pack. The next thing is within 48 hours, become a team builder, meaning get your 2 people sponsored. You guys get that, right?
Yeah.
Within 7 days, get a team developer, help your 2 to get their 2, so that you can earn 3 shares of that bonus pool that we talked about. Remember? You guys getting this?
Okay.
Next thing is to shoot for, after you've become a team developer, your immediate next goal. This like next 2 steps are critical, but number 4 is most critical. After you become a team developer, it is critical for you to set a goal for yourself to recruit 8 people personally. 4 to your left and 4 to your right. Do you guys get that?
Okay.
Why? Because now you've had personal sponsors or recruits in the system.
Okay.
If you personally recruit somebody and you're working with them personally, your goal would be, let me try to get this person to team developer. So your goal would be to try to get all 5 of them to your left and your right to become team developers within 60 days, within 2 months. Do you guys get that? Not only do you make more money, but you position your business to grow to diamond faster.
Because they gotta get their two.
Yes. You guys understand now, right? And not only do they get their 2, if you also teach them, after you become a team developer, your next goal is I need to recruit 8 people. 4 of them I'm gonna sponsor them under my left team, the other 4 under my right team. So I have a balance. Now I have 4 people here I'm working with additionally, 4 people here I'm working with additionally to also get them to team developer. So your business starts to grow team developers like that. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the motivation? Help. I need some help for motivating.
Motivate
Money,
people.
$1 million, man.
Fire.
What other motivation do you want?
Fire behind the team.
Ben,
You know.
I want you guys to hear me very well. That's a very good question.
Gotta find people.
You don't motivate people, you motivate yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you motivate yourself, you attract the people that you need.
9 to 5.
The worst mistake is to try to force people to do something. So the question is, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I motivated?
Why? What's your why?
Am I motivated? As I'm building my business, am I motivated? So as I'm talking to you guys, do you guys think I'm motivated?
Yes.
When you see me every day on Facebook or Instagram, am I motivated? I mostly
Yes.
use Facebook. There you go. I'm motivated. So if someone is going to work with me, you don't expect anything less. Because I hold myself to high standards. Why do you think I'm going to cut slacks for you? I won't.
So you're showing them the way.
You see what I mean? So I'm not sitting there counting the 5 people that I brought in. Every single day, I'm looking for an opportunity to recruit somebody. Every single day, I'm looking for an opportunity to recruit somebody. So I'm not sitting there wasting time over the ones that I've recruited who are doing nothing.
Right.
Because if I was doing nothing, I won't make money. But if your team is too small, then that's when you start worrying about, let me motivate this person. It's called management mode. Get out of it. That's all. And after you get to this point, and you've had these 4 people, and you've built them to team developers, get out of their way and go start all over again. Go to recruit 5 more people to your left, 5 more people to your right. I told you guys I've already recruited about 70 people.
Right on.
Because every single day I'm looking for an opportunity where I can just slide this in. And with every post on social media, that's my intention.
Okay, so
With everything I do, that's my intention.
Sorry, can I interrupt you one more time? I guess you gotta show us how you recruit these people. 70 people? Give us a little tip. I'm thinking.
I just talk to people. I know way more people than 70.
We gotta do
I'm actually disappointed I've only recruited 70 people. That's not good enough for me. But I've talked to almost everybody I know. I've sent them videos. I've tried. So it's not time for them yet.
Right.
You see what I mean?
But you're
As I'm
sowing the
building
seed.
on social media, people are watching you all the time. It's not like I'm
They
doing
are.
this. I'm not looking for somebody to shoot the gun and say, I must recruit you today, I must recruit you today. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just doing my business. I'm posting everything I do. I'm posting the thoughts about my business. If I'm on a webinar, I post it. If I'm having a team call, I post it.
Yes.
I've already posted coming here. I'm not telling you I'm going to recruit you, but I'm recruiting you.
Yeah.
I'm just showing you what I do.
I go to
Someday.
the social media.
No, but that's my route. So your route could be, how do you talk to your friends now, right?
Social media is good.
Social media is excellent.
Excellent.
I
Yeah,
feel
get on it.
I feel
Yeah, that's
sorry.
why you're always
Let me just
asking.
tell you guys straight up. I feel sorry for anybody who's not on social media.
Yeah, feel sorry for me.
I really feel sorry.
Library.
Because initially they always think it's so, people think, oh, I'm not on social media, it's so cool. I'm like, dude, you ain't cooler than the Pope. They're on social media.
Yeah.
Social media won't barrack the thing. Social media put Trump on where he is today. That's the it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you guys get it?
Yes.
Facebook is my thing. But Instagram is way better. I didn't get Instagram. I thought it was stupid. But now I'm trying to get on Instagram because it's they're there. So I just need to figure out my niche. I need a year or two to build Instagram, and I get it. From there, people will ping. They're watching. They'll be like, okay, what are you doing? Let me see what they're doing. Because here's what people are looking for: consistency.
Yes.
You guys write that word down. Consistency.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, when you go home, write it out in big bold, find like an 8-sheet paper, or maybe like the big thing. Write consistency. Post it someplace where you can see it every day. Because I guarantee you, your problem is consistency. Like most people don't have what it takes to keep doing the same thing over and over again until it produces a result. Like people start and they're expecting, where's the fire? Where's the fire? Where's the fire? Like they just start, they expect to see the money flowing. Where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the money? So they're not consistent. I'm not counting my money right now. I'm not even looking at it. 3 years. In 3 years, I'll count my money. If I've not put in 3 years, I'm not asking for where's the return, where's the return, where's the return. No, I'm not. Have you done it? Because I said 3 years for myself. And when I said 3 years, it was not to do it some days, don't do it some days, get on the call when I feel like, talk to someone when I feel like. I mean, every single day. One way or the other. Do you guys get that? It's consistency. And I'm not losing my enthusiasm. It's going to stay like this for 3 years. After that, I can go back to the drawing board and say, okay, what's going on with the picture here? But I've never seen anybody who can do it consistently not get results. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It does not happen. It really doesn't. For most people, their first year in network marketing, just like my first year, was to understand what the industry was about.
Yeah.
It's not to make money. Your second year in network marketing, like mine was to try to take that belief level from, okay, I can do this too, to, okay, let me try to do it. Your third year is, okay, I think I'm beginning to understand this thing. Let me try to build now with some confidence. And then after that point, the explosion starts to happen. 10,000 hours. Just like anything else.
Yeah.
So I always ask people, like, if you're a nurse, how long did it take you to go to school? If you're a doctor, how many years? You didn't go to school. I'm going to med school after 1 year. Why am I not a doctor yet? Seriously? You got 15 more to go.
Yeah. Right?
15 more years, dude. Chill. I went to nursing school. I passed med search 1. Why am I not a doctor yet? Why can't I go get a job? Chill. 4 years. Unless if you want to be an RN, then 2. But if you want to be a BSN, 4. If you want to be a doctor of nursing practice, add another 1. If you want to be a nurse practitioner, add more.
That's right.
Nobody's going to say, hey, but you're coming to build your own business, and I don't get it. But people just expect miracles to happen. It doesn't work that way. It's a lottery, right?
Yeah. Some people should.
Yeah. Or you come and I'm telling you I've done well, I'm making money, and you're thinking I should. Well, but guess what? Even though you and I are studying in network marketing together, I've been doing it for 12 years, consistently.
And there's nothing wrong with network marketing.
There's nothing wrong with anything. Nothing wrong with nursing or pharmacy. There's nothing.
And the results.
Huh?
The results.
Yeah, it's consistency. There's nothing wrong with anything. Why you're failing, somebody's making it. So there's nothing wrong with anything. It's just you. Consistency. Can I be consistent? I told you guys I was going to come here for 3 months. I kept my promise. This is the 3rd month.
Yeah.
I didn't stop like, oh, I'm not coming because they're not growing. I'm not coming. No, I said I was going to come here. Every market I open, I go back to back for 3 months. After this, okay, now we're going to have a conversation. Is it worth my time coming back? And you guys are not going to tell me that. I'll tell you if it's worth my time.
We're going to show you it's.
Yeah, just you show me because I know
Yeah,
what
show
I
me.
do when I come.
Exactly.
So if you're not growing, I know what you're doing. You don't need to tell me. I will know
557. That's what
based
you
on
gotta
the
do.
seats.
557.
You see that? 557.
Then get our
So
back.
you guys get 5 steps, right?
Yeah.
Next thing is the ranks. These are all the ranks right here. We just went over them. Now, they just tell you team builder within 48 hours, team developer within 7 days. Naturally, if you do this, your 5 team developers in 60 days should be able to generate production to get you to diamond. You guys see
I
that?
think that's the motivation right there.
Yeah, they should be able, if you're thinking about becoming a diamond, let me give you guys a clue.
Wow. That's
How many of you want to
motivation
become a
right there.
diamond?
That's the
Okay.
motivation right
Let
there.
me give you a clue.
I'm good.
If you don't have at least 5 team developers on your left and 5 on your right, you might not make diamond. Because you're gonna need people
Yes.
to generate the volume for you to get 10,000 sales volume on your left and 10,000 sales volume on your right. You guys get that? So shoot for, I need to get 5 team developers to my left and 5 team developers to my right. Because those people are going to be the ones to grow to diamond, to president, then to president millionaire. So stop focusing on diamond or any of the positions after this. Just focus on getting team developers. And then teaching everyone that comes into your business to just focus on going team developer. The rest will just take care of itself in its own time. You guys get that?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you focus on you, now I'm not saying you go tell your team members get a team developer when you're not team developer yourself. Or if you take 6 months to become a team developer, don't expect them to get there in 1 month when you took all your jolly time. I want you guys to remember this. The pace of the leader determines the pace of the group.
Say that again.
The pace of the leader determines the pace of the group. If you're slow, your group will be slow. If you're fast, they'll be fast. Are you guys with me? Even if not all of them, someone is going to be fast. So just remember that. They say get to president, schedule 6 months for you to hit president. I hit in 5, but schedule 6 months. It's good time. And then schedule 18 months to hit president millionaire. So I'm 4 months shy from 18 months. But see, if you don't hit it in those ranks, it doesn't matter. Just set another goal. You guys get it? Don't say, oh, I didn't make team builder in 48 hours. I didn't make team developer in 7 days, so I quit. Some of you will do it in 1 year. Just keep going. I promise you, some of you will hit team developer in 1 year. It's not a problem. I promise you, it's not a problem at all. It's all you need. It's one person. One. It's a binary, remember that. Did you guys get that? A binary. So if you happen to get one good person coming to one of your legs, that leg would just take off by itself. So if it took you 1 year to find one great person that explodes one leg, and another 1 year to find one person that explodes the second leg, and you're set, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally. Just focus on getting better.
Consistent.
Don't just be the same person that's clueless 1 year from today. Just focus on getting better. And actually, you're going to find out that you start attracting better people as you get better. Like attracts like. Activities. So what are the 7 activities that you must be doing every single day, or that you must be thinking about as you're growing? We already did the first 2. So you should be doing presentations, war business overview. That's what we did first. What I'm doing right now is called war orientation training. Right? The third thing that you want to do, the Change Your Life event, is a training event that they do in March and October in Asia. We're getting ready to do the same thing here. Okay, it's going to be in March and October, so they're getting ready to launch that here. It's an intense weekend training event. Diamond Academy, President Academy is just for diamonds and above and presidents and above. So when you guys hit this, you'll be able to participate. So when we go to every nationals, there's a Diamond Academy and then there's a president. So us presidents meet first on the Friday of the convention. That's why we go in 1 day early. So the whole morning is just presidents and president millionaires and corporate that are in the room. And then in the evening, the diamonds join. And then we have just locker room kind of training. Okay. And then the World Changer event, we did one in January in LA. That was great, right?
Yeah.
So I think they're looking to do one more. It's a weekend training too, so they're looking to do one more. And then the last thing is the convention. The next one is coming up. There'll be 2 conventions every year. The next one is coming up July 27th to the 29th. If you hit Diamond before, it's going to be, it's 28 and 29. If you hit Diamond, 27, 28, 29 for you, because it'll be Diamond Academy, President Academy in Singapore. okay? And then the next one for the US is going to be in January in Las Vegas. So they would always have one in Asia, one here, one in Asia, one here. The last one in Asia in May of last year was in Thailand, in Bangkok. Now it's in Singapore. I like that because we get to tour Asia every year. You all don't know how happy I am. Opportunity to travel the world doing business. So that's the training system here in World Global. Any questions? See, it's very easy, right? 557. 5 steps, 5 ranks, 5 activities. That's all.
So go back to what you just said, the training, use this to do the training for the team,
Yeah.
right?
And every Saturday we get this.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you start to build your team, when you recruit someone into the business, make sure that you go through this with them.
Okay.
Because if you don't tell them what they need to do next, they'll get confused.
Okay.
So this is on the website?
Yes. Everything is there for you to get. All. Even the PowerPoint presentations. So if you're someone who's really presenting, the PowerPoints are all already there. So you guys just go to cnworldgn.com and you get all the slides. And I think it's worth it to practice. I think it's very worth it to practice by yourself. So some evenings, let me tell you, when I started, when I went to the training event that they were doing back then, right? The guy that was doing the event, the guy that was doing the event in Maryland when I started, his name was Bernard. I used to go sit right in the front row, just taking notes and listening to him. As a matter of fact, I bought a recorder and I recorded him because I wanted to hear him present over and over again. Because when I got there, it didn't take me long to figure out that if I had to move as fast as I wanted to, I needed to become good. Because if it's just one person, then I have to keep waiting for them to be available to help me out. So I just needed to be good. So I would listen to that over and over. Our meetings were every Tuesday in Maryland. Between Tuesdays, I would listen to it over and over. It didn't take me more than 2 weeks to start presenting. And if Bernard was standing outside, he would have thought he was the one presenting, except it was my voice. I said verbatim everything that he was saying. I used his examples, I didn't even care. You know the day I knew I had done a good job? So my son was 2. He had come back, and that day I was taking him to daycare. Every day when I entered the car, that was what I started playing. I would be listening to him to work, or I pick my son from daycare back home. I'm only listening to that because I was learning. This one morning, we got in the car. I forgot to play it. 2-year-old, I would never forget. He started humming the tune that was starting behind, and then he said, 5 links, your links to success. I was like, because yes, you know, it was a routine already. Right? That was what I did. As soon as I strapped him and I sat down, we're taking off, I played him. That was it. Right? I was like, you bet, buddy. I forgot. I mean, it was so funny. I laughed so loud. I was like, ooh. He remembers. But that's how much I was into it. Like, I wasn't going to just sit there and wait for Bernard to be available to do my presentation or Lisa. No, I was doing my business because I had to do it, and I didn't want it to be dependent on what they did. So that's what you guys have to do. Like, you know, when your new partners come in, like, you're not gonna have to drag them to bring them to come look for anybody else. So if you learn this is very easy. You don't have to do it as detailedly as I'm doing it. Just be able to pass the information on to them. It should take like 10 minutes to do that.
You don't have to do no zeros and X's and O's and all that kind of stuff.
Nothing. That's why this is so easy. Actually, let me tell you guys a funny story. Like, when I first saw the comp plan, I asked them to send me the real comp plan.
With the X's and O's, right?
I'm not kidding.
X's and
Because I was used to a very hard compensation plan.
Yeah.
And then you're sending me this. I'm like, this cannot be what people are doing to make $1.2 million a month. Are you kidding me? This has to be a joke. I was like, wait, where is the real deal? Like, this is it. Oh, I can do this in a coma.
when's my cutout?
That's actually what I said. I'm like, oh, police, thank you, Jesus, for preparing me the hard way for 11 years. This I can do in a coma.
Yeah.
Like, literally in a coma, I'll be able to do this. This is easy.
Tacoma?
In a coma.
In a
Tacoma.
coma.
No, in a coma.
We have Tacoma.
Oh, no, I'll be doing it in a
She can
coma.
do it in the coma too.
In a coma, in a coma.
Anybody who wants to know how to, wants to know how to present, this is the easiest presentation I've ever seen. By the way, my previous company, you had to explain like 15 different products to people that we had in our portfolio. I'm not kidding. That's how many products we had in the portfolio. We do this, we do this, we do this. I'm like, sheesh, here it's simple. Two. You're done.
And you did.
It's not, people don't get
Yeah.
confused. It's
Right.
either Hilo or Biozane. End of story. Hilo or Biozane. End of story. You guys get it? Like, it's not complicated. And then you tell someone, oh, you're just building a binary. That's all. Oh no, we had to tell you about going 10 wide, going deep, and it was complicated.
And you're cut off.
And then you're cut off. You don't get, your team is growing massively. This one, this is the one. Now I can see why people can make this kind of money here. You never get cut off. 20%. So anybody who signs up here, they're gonna get 20% of your volume that you bring in. That's massive. Like, I built a humongous organization. If there was no cutoff in my previous company, I'll be making this kind of money. But no, they cut you off. So in my previous company, right, if you build a position, so let's say if I got a president and you got a president and she got a president, after that point I'm cut off.
Oh.
Yes!
And you don't even make $100,000.
Who's keeping all the money you were bringing in?
There you go.
Right?
You see what it was just a bad comp plan. I mean, compared to, I didn't know any better, but compared to this, now when you see a better comp plan, you go, oh, now I see how people can make this crazy money. Because if you start to build today, just know that for the life of you building, you're always going to get 20% of your volume. Do you think, let me give you an example of why binaries are good, right? Binaries that are unlimited, like War Global Network, right? There are very few companies like that. There's a guy called Dexter Yeager. Dexter is still like number 2. He always fluctuates between number 1 and number 2 and number 3 top income earners in the world in network marketing. He has not done network marketing for 35 years, but he's still always number 1 or number 2.
Whoa.
Wow.
He's not done network marketing. Dexter is like in 80 something now. He was one of the first people that started with Amway.
Oh, no.
Amway was the
kidding.
first network marketing company.
Started.
The first. Amway was the first network marketing company.
So you still make
He still overrides. So just from starting, they were the first ones that started and stuck with it. He's been like either number 1 or number 2 top income earner in the world for a long time. Meaning he's still making like $1 million a month.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
My mom. she
Last
was there.
convention, I heard his grandchildren go pick up his $5 million check.
5 million.
Wow.
You know why? Because it's unlimited.
Yes.
See, I could never build something like that in my previous company, even if I created the whole world. As long as there's 2 levels of your position beneath you, they cut you off. Here it's unlimited.
Okay.
Do you guys get? You guys don't understand.
Yeah, we do.
No, you don't.
I mean-
The level at which you guys are moving, you don't. I hate to tell all of you, there's nobody in Seattle. I hate to tell you guys that. I've not found the person in Seattle yet. That's why I say I'll see if it's worth my time coming back.
Well, get
Chicago, they started. They ain't playing in
I
Chicago.
saw them on Facebook.
Okay,
I thought,
just
"You're
to
a
give you guys an
competition for
idea,
sure."
let me show you, I'll give you guys an idea how I work. Chicago came after you guys, the same Marriott, she moved to Chicago.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
moving it there.
So she moved to Chicago, but this would have been the market that would have been blowing up. To know if a market is really blowing up, when I go the first time, the second time, the third time I go for a long time. I'm gonna be in Chicago from June 8th to June 17th. Did you guys get that? Because
Yeah.
they're moving.
Okay.
And so I don't want them to be the ones trying to tell people. I know if I go there every day of the week, we're going to be doing PBRs in people's houses, and it's going to be like 5, 10, 15 people in the houses. So I want to move all of them fast. That's how you grow. That's why I was in Houston for such a long time, from June to about August. I produced 5 diamonds in Houston. You guys can't get past freaking gold. What are you guys doing? Like, you're not serious. And the annoying part is, do you know how long it takes me to come here? Chicago is like an hour, 30 minutes flight from Maryland. You all
6
are
hours.
6 hours.
6 hours.
I like you all, but I don't care to come see your faces and know what is wrong. It doesn't make any sense.
It hurts.
Can we just say it the way it is? Yeah. You guys are not doing nothing.
But there's money here.
I don't care if there's money. Where are the people in the seats?
Yeah, right.
Where's the money? If there's money here, you guys should not have problems signing up people. So I've not found the right people in Seattle. I'm sorry. I'm giving all of you a whooping, because
Yeah.
this
That's
is like
good,
pitiful.
that's good.
So
That
we
is
should give
good.
you some feedback. We can message you and say, we have so many people for the seat. and-
Well, she needs to see it.
I need to see it.
She doesn't want the message, she wants to come here and see us.
We have our 5 and our 5. We have
You all need to
10
collaborate, get yourselves
developers.
together, and
Our
move.
volumes will speak itself, not the chairs.
No, I know, but she
Well,
won't know.
she needs to see.
No, but our volumes that we get,
The only way she knows
Well,
is
It's when she
these
comes here and
are
this place is
There
not
you
up.
go.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
And before I come, I'll know,
right,
because
exactly,
people will be
before she
coming in.
comes. Yeah.
You guys can't be waiting for meetings.
That's
I'm
why we're
sharing
gonna
my
start
story,
doing
and I'm
every
saying this
Tuesday.
with love. You guys get that?
Yes.
'Cause if I don't tell you, you won't understand.
Right.
Don't become meeting goers.
Right.
No, we don't want to.
Yeah, you can become professional meeting goers. There's so many of them in network marketing, they just don't work with me. Because we can't go nowhere together. We can't create legacies with just showing up at meetings by ourselves. So you guys have to do something different this time around. Like, I know what's happening. You're not going to people. You're not talking to people. You haven't taken ownership yet. That's what has happened. That's the truth.
That's true. We did.
You don't have to tell me. I know that that's it. I've been doing it long enough.
Yeah,
I've been doing it long
Gotta
enough
be a
to
little bit
know.
more aggressive here.
Yes.
That's why I got
I've
you,
been doing it long
Teresa.
enough to know what's
Huh?
going
So
on.
I got you. I was
But
on the car, I said,
I
Teresa.
actually got myself, because you went up. You
There
didn't even come
you
to
go.
recruit me.
There
I'm
you
the
go.
one that says, I gotta go see that stuff, babe.
There you
He
go.
was just like, yeah, this is
So maybe
very good.
Teresa is the one
I
that's
said,
looking for.
man,
Yeah.
I actually called him and said, when is the meeting?
See?
Yes.
I'm gonna whoop
See?
you.
And I
Thank
did
you so
that-
much
I
for
did that
telling
way
me.
because-
And that's why she's the only one here. You
But
don't
she
have nobody
wouldn't,
else.
she would not come.
No, because you know why? Ben has introduced me to a lot of stuff, but this is the one that I think makes
Makes
sense.
sense, yeah.
And I keep saying, Ben, when is the meeting?
That's why in the car I put,
Tell me.
no, that's why in the car I put Miriam on the
I'm telling you.
phone. I said, Miriam, I got someone in the car, listen to her.
Oh,
But thank you though for inviting me.
Yeah.
That's good.
Get the truth.
Ben has taken me to so many things. He's invited me, but this one just
Makes
stuck
sense.
with me. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
this makes sense.
And I told him, I was telling
We
Ben, I
don't
said,
need shakes and cream.
everything happened since last night. A lot of things has happened to stop me from coming. I said, there's got to be something in this. I have to go.
Oh, yeah.
Because
So
sometimes,
maybe that's why.
Yeah,
sometimes when you want to do something
led
and you see
of
a
the
lot
Lord.
of obstacles, go to that thing. There's got to be something good there. You know, I'm a strong believer in that.
That's
say,
why I
gotta
prayed,
go.
so you won't say no. Cause you called me, so I knew you were gonna say no this morning.
She might be.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm the one that asked you about the meeting. Come on.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I believe you. I believe you. See, she's telling on you guys, and I believe her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's telling
A
on
little bit more aggressive, people, so she can come
Because
again.
I'm putting
Come on,
the
let's go.
fire
We can do it.
Can we do it?
We can do it.
Because let me tell you, someone is going to open up.
And it's me.
There
I'm
you go.
telling you, it's me.
That's why I called
Okay,
you.
I need a challenge. One of you could say, no, it's not you. I need a challenge. It's gonna be me.
See, I know it's not because
I'm
she's
slow starting,
affirming
but it's
it.
me.
You all are just laughing.
I'm serious. It's gonna be me.
It's me.
Okay,
You gotta take it.
Yeah.
you are,
And you just told me there's a lot of money here. So
Oh, there is. There's a lot of tech money,
You're
Bowie.
not taking money, right?
Techie money, Bowie money.
Oh my God.
I think what
So
we need
maybe
to
when she's
do
looking
is to find a way to get the message out. Find a way to
Social
be a little bit
media.
more aggressive. But that's what I'm saying. I have to be. I've been one of those people that I'm very shy. I don't want anybody to see my picture on Facebook. I don't want people to know about me. But you know, if you want this, you got to become
It's
out
supposed to
there.
when you do this.
So I'm gonna get on Instagram.
That's me too.
I'm gonna get on.
Me too.
I mean, what am I hiding? I need to make money. So I'm gonna be out there.
There you go.
I'm gonna be on Instagram. I'm gonna be on Facebook. I'm gonna do all those things. I'm gonna get myself out.
Yeah, you have to go to people.
I have to do that. So I've tried so many things over the years, but I think this is it.
Oh, this makes so much sense.
Yes, especially because of my people in Nigeria that are asking me,
Yay.
bring some
Don't
business.
you, I
bring some
love this
business."
book.
Thanks.
I'm actually thinking about doing a revised edition.
That would be great.
Yeah. But when I was writing it, I wrote it to be a timeless book. I wanted it to be something that someone could pick up and 10 years from today and get network marketing.
Yeah.
That's why I don't reference no company,
Same system.
nothing, yeah. Same system, just the system, like how do you build?
Like a recipe.
Like a recipe,
Mhm.
what you mean.
Seats here, it's
Okay, don't put ready to help. So, it's done. Come on with the business plan and get going. I need to retire. I'm tired. I need to retire from my job and do something.
That's why we as librarians,
I can make $100,000 a month. I'm out.
already.
not if, we are.
Yeah, I can do what I want. I retired in my. You're welcome. Now they get going, so my
Which
question
book is
retired.
this?
That's it.
The Nobel, the Nobel thing.
Yeah.
She took it, she left it.
She's coming.
He got his 35-year pin.
Was that her?
Huh?
Oh,
He
yeah.
said he just got his 35-year pin.
Hey,
Congratulations.
Serving the federal government. I think
What
that's
happened?
long
Oh,
enough.
really? Congratulations. That's
I think that's long enough, right?
That's long enough.
Then you can go play and make
Time
money.
move on. Time move
Yeah.
on.
Go make money. That's awesome.
As long as you're making money.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Residual,
awesome,
it's all
man.
about the residual.
Wait, tell me, say, what happened?
He's got 35 years.
35 years, so you're retiring?
No,
Sherry, is that
been
your
doing
pen?
it- been
Oh,
doing it
yeah.
35 years.
Oh, wow. You started when you were 7.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
He didn't get it.
Yeah, took a minute.
This is good.
So this is great, I'm excited for you guys.
So, we got one today.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
So what you say the other time?
Sonny, King.
Yeah.
King.
I'm looking at my banner, something is going on with it, sorry. I think maybe she pulled it too hard. Because normally when you take up the thing, it's
It's
supposed
just
to
slide right up.
Yeah.
Springs and wires.
We had one of those ones for her units.
Were you able to fix it?
Use the rest.
Yeah.
Even the pole is hard to come
I
out.
think we took
Go
this-
from the top. Go from the
we
top
took
one.
this-
Yeah, it's from there that comes down.
You pick some pen.
Yeah, I think there's a, yeah.
Because otherwise I might not be able to carry it back, right? Uh-oh, you tore it.
I have been yelled from down.
It's not easy, actually.
So, Amy, we're doing the 90-day,
I have a brother who's an LPN.
Otherwise, can we, even that one is, I think that was where the problem is. Maybe the way they removed it, it's super tight.
Oh,
Yeah, I
the-
think
I don't know
maybe
which way
we
is
should.
that type.
Yeah.
when I text you,
That one was tight.
make sure you're doing it.
See, this one is loose.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to come
Yeah,
down.
this one's going down, yeah.
He's putting
It's a,
it
D-
in.
it's a DM, whereas what you're doing here is.
It's like a.
You got it?
That's the one you want to type in?
I don't know, I think
Move the rock.
it's the only
Hey.
else. Oh,
Or you doing?
I think
Like
it's.
inside.
David Kimberly told me about it today,
Okay, go ahead.
but I don't.
Something is
I don't know, slide down.
People,
Yeah, she just.
is there any way we can kind of get to know each other a little bit and get contact so that we can kind of help each other?
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Yeah.
Because if we're trying to build up in Seattle here, we probably get to know a little bit about each other and help each other.
Yeah.
Does that make sense though?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's something
Yeah,
you know that I don't know, or
yeah,
something I
because we have
found
to-
working that, you know.
Mhm.
She comes every 3 months, does she come every 3 months?
No, I've been coming every month.
Oh, really? Bless your heart.
I gave her 3 months. Oh, you went there?
No, no, yeah.
I lost it.
Yeah, turn. Well,
In case I have any
Oh, it's
question,
loose
I can
already.
bounce it off of any of
This is
you
loose.
and, oh, you got
Yeah.
a
Oh,
card.
you're not gonna have a problem.
But-
Marion is gonna working directly with
I
you.
need to turn the
Oh,
phones.
Yeah.
Ben is signed up under marriage, so
Yeah.
you can work directly with marriage.
Who is Marianne? Is Marianne the lady I talked to?
Yes, ma'am.
She's from Cameroon?
Yeah.
Oh, she's awesome.
Marion is really, yeah, talk to
Oh.
Marion, she's great.
Yeah,
She knows everything.
She's
She
awesome.
does. Yeah.
I talked to her over the phone and she
Yeah.
encouraged me to come.
She's usually here, and she usually comes to Seattle, but
Oh,
her son's graduating.
He graduated today.
Yeah, today, yeah.
Oh, she's the one that's moving to Chicago, right?
She's
Yeah, she lived
perfect.
here for 7 years. So she knows.
She's moving to Chicago big.
Yeah, talk to Marion, she's so nice.
Use
I
that.
talked to her.
Yeah.
So now that's,
She'll tell you everything.
Okay.
so we're gonna put.
Then you have Marianne's number, right, Ben?
That one is
Yeah,
supposed to go
she's perfect.
inside here. And then,
that one.
yeah.
Oh, this is your card for the business one?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I think.
See, this will give me an idea to make one.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
you.
call me anytime.
Okay,
Awesome.
awesome.
It's,
I
yeah.
came out here.
I think we
to
stole this idea from
Oh,
Marion.
yes. Is that your card?
I definitely stole.
I stole this from Marion, actually.
Oh, can I have one?
Well, there was a millionaire.
Yeah, I put it on my personal cell phone.
I think this is good to box.
Well, you guys are doing it. I'm gonna make my card so I can pass it
I
out.
just copied a card from someone else.
Wait, did what?
Did you go
I
to
just
best
copied.
Throwing
I would,
Yes.
I got some and I copied and I went to Staples and you can get them for like $12, $100. When I pass out, yeah, when I pass out.
Oh, Staples is great.
Then I'll design my own.
And Vista Print is good. We got ours from Vista
That is
Print.
something else.
But this wasn't there. You designed this.
We got that from Marion.
You got the card or you designed?
That design.
Oh,
She's got a link.
oh,
Marion,
Marianne.
yeah.
Send you a link on ideas.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah, we got the
This
that
is the-
actually has information on
That's
it.
what I was going to think.
We have
Actually,
the
This is
right.
the undefeated.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna feed it.
And you just have to pay the $59 a month.
So but now that loyalty from that
Loyalty.
part, what are we gonna do?
Marion.
Yeah, that's like that's like an
Well, see,
Yeah, the
investment.
first time I said.
It's an investment.
She's great, I know.
I'm
I
gonna do
caught her on
$9 is
Facebook.
an investment.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
an investment.
You can write it off too, so that's.
And you get
I don't have a
10.
business. I need to make, I don't have a business name. I don't have a business policy. You guys have a business name, right?
Mechanic.
Well, you'll get one as soon as you start your business.
You get a website.
Okay.
As soon as you join, you have a business.
Okay.
I'm a business owner. I do my taxes, I can write shit off, you know?
I'm not
Oh, I hope
gonna
that's not mine.
They gave me a
She's from here too. Once I turn pro, I'm leaving.
whatever the amount is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They start keeping track of
Vegas.
Is it going in?
What's that? I wrote it all down.
Something loose.
Sense. I used to.
Yeah.
So I can try.
Yeah.
My kids are doing it.
Yeah.
Exact line.
Yeah, now you're gonna make some money, so you definitely want to write off.
Everything, right?
So you definitely want to write off.
Yeah, I have a.
I know, yay! I know, Michael said, hey, we can write off a portion of our houses, the business, and I was like, oh, God.